Hello guys, this lesson we're gonna learn the S10 front camera circuit working process and troubleshooting process. First, let's have a look about relay chips and components on the front camera circuit. Okay, since we start to learn the front camera circuit, so the first one is a front camera connector. It's just located here. After that is a camera PMIC. It's mainly responsible to provide power for the front camera. Then the little chip, as you can see from the name, is a 4 data lane switch. The data switch captured by the front camera, it will transmit it to the CPU through this little chip. Then the last one is the CPU. It's mainly responsible for the overall control and the image data transmission process. Okay, so there are the 4 main chips which are related with the front camera circuit. Then let's come to see the block diagram. This block diagram also very simple. So let's come to see the working process. First is power, and as you can see from here, there are 4 powers provided for the front camera. Okay, the 4 powers are outputted from the camera PMIC. So the voltage values for the 4 powers are 1.05 volt, 1.8 volt, 2.95 volt, and 2.8 volt. Okay, so the 4 powers will be sent out from the camera PMIC to the front camera connector. Okay, after power is the clock signal. The clock signal is outputted from CPU to the front camera. As you can see, it's a 24 MHz clock signal. It will send to the connector through this little inductor. Okay, after that is the reset signal. It's also outputted from CPU to the front camera connector directly. After that is I2C control. The front camera will get controlled by CPU by 2 sets of I2C rails, as you can see from here. This I2C is mainly related with autofocus. So if the 2 resistors or the capacitors get damaged, may cause the failure of the autofocus function. Okay, so with the power, clock, reset, and I2C control signal get fulfilled, the front camera will be standby to work. Then, when we take picture with the front camera, the image data it will transmitted from the camera to this little chip. After processing, then sent to the CPU. Okay, so this is a basic working process with the front camera. It's very similar as Samsung Galaxy S9. The only difference is for the data transmission, it's not from the camera to the CPU directly. It will get through the little chip first, then sent to the CPU. So this very little chip, the lane switch, is also very important for the front camera image data transmission process. Okay, after we know how it works, then let's come to see the troubleshooting process for the front camera issues. So first, it's the same. We can check the motherboard very carefully, especially the parts or the connectors which related with the front camera function. Okay, just check the arrows. After checking if we found any abnormal, then just deal with the abnormal components. After that, if the issue is still resolved, then we can try to replace another front camera to test. Okay, continue. If still unresolved, then we can make that values on the front camera connector. Okay, here is the front camera connector reference line values. After checking if we found any pin with abnormal, then just track the abnormal rail, find out and replace the abnormal component. Okay, if all the values are okay, then we should attach the camera and turn on the app to measure related voltages. Here, we just need to measure the 4 power supplies, and we can measure the voltage on the 4 reference touch points, the 4 capacitors. After measuring, if we found any voltage is abnormal, then we can just go to the camera PMIC directly. Try to replace the camera PMIC with new one. But for the repair habit, before you replace the camera PMIC, it's better to measure data values on the PCB pad first. After that, if the issue is still unresolved, then we can try to reboot or replace the 4 data line switch. After that, if still unresolved, then it might be the connector or the CPU problem. So we can just try to replace a new front camera connector, or if you are experienced enough, you can try to reboot the CPU to have a try. And here's the pins of the connector for your reference. Okay, so this working process and troubleshooting process for the front camera circuit. See you next lesson. Bye.